Renee. I smile, listen to the beautiful melody and your concise voice. You're playing this away by the price that you've been losing with youth, and I say, throw the ace and face up to the truth. Renee, Renee, Renee. Kaninchen. Do you think also that I have played his game too long? That I followed him too long? Well, I have lost my youth in this way, never have had one from this time on. But this I have only to attribute to me. And now, the ace, the truth? What truth? Have I yet already written that art is only fake? The life only chases after the art, and thus not even fake is, but only runs after it. So which truth? After all, we all cheat. Or is there such a thing like true feelings? Renee, Kaninchen. Well, baby, how the weeks fade. Baby was the best part of your youth, a sensation. You were really the best in my youth. The few moments with you, the night beside you, my indescribable stupidity. Never again, my whole further life, was I so close to someone as to you. Never again has someone ever said anything so beautiful to me as you, about my even then so dark heart. Well, they say, out of touch she lives in faded dreams. Don't we all lose all our dreams? And you have endured so much, and have made so much of it. You and your two. It was nice to touch them. They are both so beautiful, like you. How lovely it was to see you again. How nice it would be to see you again. But I'm scared. But baby, as the weeks change, and we've seen quite a few, I don't know who's fooling who. Yeah, that's a change. I've never thought I'd end up fooling you. I'm fooling you. I hope I will never fool you or use you. I would like to give you so much, but what can I give you already? I would like to give you one thing. I walk through the endless rows of shelves and look at their backs. One is especially beautiful. I stroke her and grasp her gently. The History of Coney Island. Talk, talk, Renee. True faith. Isn't it amazing that I now, when I want to deal with this song, discover that also you wrote a song with the title Ultraviolence? Already crazy sometimes, the world of images, of references, the world of art, the only world that really exists. All those years ago, everybody makes mistakes, even me. Just be free. New Order, Ultraviolence. But I would like to deal with another song. I had never much time for music that could be put into an era like New Wave, except for one song that immediately captivated me. New Order, True Faith. The rhythm. I just couldn't get it out of my head. Never again. And then just the part of a verse. My morning sun is the drug. The rising sun, many a time, after night, spent with those distant lights, when it's suddenly dawning, when she slowly appears. My morning sun is the drug. I have written a lot about drugs now, and I must confess that I now finally can imagine no life without drugs anymore. And actually I've been taking drugs all my life, only that it was never clear to me how beautiful it could have been if I had understood this earlier, that these are drugs, the morning sun and the art, in particular the music. When I listened to music for hours, headphones, as loud as possible, till such time as my ears ached, then I searched for the rush, and I found it also. I should have listened only once properly. Perhaps I would have discovered earlier why I have this addiction. Would I have devoted myself completely to the rush only once after all? But with this, I have my problems till this day. What could have been if I not only would have got high on the pounding rhythm and the morning sun, but also at the other words, verses, stanzas, images. I feel so extraordinary. Something's got a hold on me. I get this feeling I'm in motion, a sudden sense of liberty. That's what I feel now. Something happens. Something. Everything changes. The era of Elizabeth Woolridge Grant completed an hour ago. Of course, I have to revise everything, but now, how it goes on now. I'm in motion, and I feel the liberty ascending in me. And one day, you will be also my statue. And a pity that the sun is just setting, but tomorrow morning I will greet her, and it will be another sun. The old one has disappeared. Again and again, I've taken too much of the things that cost you too much. I cannot get enough of it. And if it costs me everything, it shall costs me everything. It must costs me everything. I will soak it up. The life chases after the art, and I chase after as well. When I was a very small boy boys talked to me. Now that we've grown up together, they're afraid of what they see. That's the price that we all pay. Our valued destiny comes to nothing. I can't tell you where we're going. I guess there was just no way of knowing. If only I had listened to them, the very little boys who were shouting in my ears until they ached. And I had many a time the thought, one day I will drop them and my ears will bleed. Would they just have? How much would have been different had they bled? Yeah, we have been growing up together, but you are still young. Your songs? Nobody can say where to it goes, but the heck with it. My whole life I've been thinking about what I want to do instead of doing something once. Is it important Where do we go? Is it important whether this manuscript ever becomes a book? If anyone ever will read it? Let us not become ridiculous now. Even if the music intoxicates you, confess it to yourself, it still applies. In the land of gods and monsters, am I the monster? Yeah, I would like that this manuscript becomes a book. I would like that it will be read by many. I'm the slut, the hoe, the whore, whatever you want. Only I want to have some of it. Not like Lizzie in New York, when she goes to bed with men from the record industry, and she has to confess later that they did not help her in her career. I go to bed with all of you and do every shit that you all want to have. But for that, I want to have something. Oh, which whore does it for free? My morning sun is the drug that brings me near to the childhood I lost, replaced by fear. I used to think that the day would never come, that my life would depend on the morning sun. My life depends on the morning sun, your music. You propel me, urge me, leave me no choice, especially you, Beth. The sin which did not eventuate, instead endless agony. If only I would have had listened to these words once and understood them. Now at last the day comes on which my life depends still only on the morning sun and your music. I feel so weird, extraordinary, odd, special, a sudden sense of liberty. And if you fail, there are so many drugs. New order, true faith. Hidden Track. MFG. Mit freundlichen Grüßen. Die Welt liegt uns zu Füßen. Wir stehen drauf, wir gehen drauf, für ein Leben voller Schall und Rauch. Bevor wir fallen, fallen wir lieber auf. Die Fantastischen Vier, MFG. Thank you for listening.